Good evening. Happy Friday, everyone. How you doing? Welcome aboard. Trying to get back into somewhat of a flow with the regular chat show thing. I was just looking at the calendar right before I went live. Let's call it Labor Day is what, 2 weeks away? Labor Day weekend is 2 weeks away, right? After that, Monday the 4th is Labor Day. Sticking with my Monday, Friday schedule. Friday the 8th, and then every Monday and Friday subsequent to that day, the 8th of September, I should be golden. Unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, the show schedule starts to wean a little bit in September. So I'm down to, I think, like 4 shows in September, none of which occur on a Monday or Friday. And that's sort of typical because the outdoor stuff becomes less common as the weather starts to cool down, especially end of September. We start doing some theater shows and the like. Like we still have 4 or 5 shows in October. They're all indoors. But anyway, as far as Jiminy Flip It goes and the live shows, we should really be back on a pretty good schedule effective the week of Labor Day. I don't know if I'll do a show on Monday night, only because it is Labor Day, and I know a lot of people are going to be hanging out and enjoying themselves. So let's call it the 8th, Friday the 8th. From that point on, things should be very, very normal here. I hope you are doing well. I hope you're doing normal, however you define the word. Hey, what's up, CJ? How you doing? Welcome to the show. And Jeff, good evening to you, sir. Yeah, so hopefully we'll get back into, a groove with the programs and the continuing of, some new video stuff, really trying to keep focus on reselling and not dabbling too much in other things. I just wanted to show everybody one of the shows last week because a few people have asked about it. So hope you enjoyed that. It's what I do. It's the other thing I do all the time and have been doing for like 30 years or so. So it's my other passion in life. Hey, Karen, how you doing? And Mark is here. What's up, Mark? How you doing? Hey, Mark and CJ. Hey, Biff. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. Thank you very much. It's a shame that like anything else, the camera, it was just my phone I was using, and I had it set up on a tripod and all, but it was still a pretty good distance away, so I don't know if anybody really got to see very well, but I re-uploaded like a zoomed-in version. Anyway, just a taste of, like I said, the other thing I do all the time. I love my shows and my concerts. Have another one tomorrow night. So I'm pumped for that. We had one last night as well. So we are here on a Friday night. Voice is a little because of the recent flurry of shows. And I just played last night for like 3 hours. And tomorrow we have a 3-hour show as well. But tomorrow's inside, which is really nice this time of year. It's rare to get some air conditioning and enjoy the comfortable weather inside. Excuse me. So I am a little like throat clearing kind of mode. Just ducky. Call some of the show. Thanks, Karen. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're always playing in Jersey. That's for sure. Most of the year, especially from May to September, we play a lot. Jersey Shore. We're playing in Bethany Beach again in September, which is in Delaware. And we're playing in a couple of theaters in September as well. But anyway, let's reel it back to reselling. How's everybody doing? It's been again, Mets, as they say, like so. Some decent days, some rather lousy days here. Admittedly, because of the rather aggressive touring schedule, if you want to call it that, I haven't been listing with the frequency I usually do. So normalcy begins right after Labor Day, which is a couple of weeks. Let's call it like, I don't know, 15 days, whatever. That week, immediately following Labor Day weekend, because we have a show Labor Day weekend as well. But that should be when I really want to get back into gear, get a flurry of postcards listed specifically, because that's what I have the tons of volume, of right now. The music stuff, I still have tons of albums I could list. I did start cross-posting. I think I talked about that, right? Last time we were discussing reselling. I started to cross-post some stuff onto Macari, some CDs primarily, a couple of albums, a couple of 45s. So I'm probably going to keep doing that, but I really want to work on focus on the postcard stuff, get those things listed onto eBay, at a very good clip, back to the volume I was accustomed to doing prior to summer starting. That's really my only game plan going forward. Try to just hopefully initiate some activity and some interest in the stuff again, along with the fact that a lot of people resume normal activities kind of maybe a week or so after Labor Day. Everybody should be back in school. All the stuff that everybody preaches. It's true. Hopefully things will get back to a swing and the doldrums of the dog days of summer, as I put in the title, will be behind us. So I look forward to it. I love my summers. I'm not rushing anything. We still have plenty of summer left, but I'm just saying from a reselling perspective, to be honest with you, I'm looking forward to fall and getting things going. And I want to be in good shape come fall and have lots of stuff up. So again, focusing for me personally, want to get a lot of postcards listed. I don't know what you guys are looking to do. Does anybody have any plans as far as, when things do slow down, as far as, outdoor activity and vacation time and all that good stuff, and people are back home, stuck behind their computers or on their phones nowadays, I guess, and buying stuff from us? Thank you, CJ. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you. It was a pleasure to have you watch. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Karen. Time to ramp up. Try to just bulk up on listings, and then hopefully be, poised for success when everybody kind of gets back inside. And away we go. But that's my personal goal. Postcard. I got to get my postcards listed. We did a listing show. Was it last week or so? 10 days ago. I forgot what day it was. But the listing show, I was doing some Christmas postcards. I did sell 2 Christmas postcards. And I don't have that many listed. So 'tis the season for that stuff. I definitely want to get that up. I'm looking up at my screen if you're wondering why I look like I'm looking up. All right, I could close the calendar out. I just wanted to talk to everybody about timing as far as my show schedule. Again, come September 8th, which is a Friday, things should pretty much be on a normal Monday to Friday schedule, almost without exception through the duration. I don't have any other Monday shows at all for the rest of the year. So that's cool. I look forward to getting back on a normal, YouTube schedule. Definitely have to get some regular videos up as well. If anybody has any questions or any ideas for other videos, anything else they'd like to see that maybe I've dabbled in or touched on, if you want to have a deeper dive, as they say in the modern parlance, I'd be happy to do that. Always open to suggestions. I'm just really enthused and encouraged about what lies ahead. You're going to a postcard show end of August. Very cool. That's cool, Mark. Where is that? Is that out by you? Or are you taking a ride somewhere? Hey, what's up, Keith? How you doing? Good evening to you. Great to have you. Bagpipe guy, huh? That's a pretty cool little icon you got there. Yeah, where's the show? And don't forget, everybody, we're in August, right? So 3 months until the York postcard spectacular. Only 3 months away. I will be there. John will be there. Hopefully some others of you will be there. I'd love to hang out and meet some of you folks live in person. We'll get a cup of soup. I heard it's really good. Chicken soup. Grandma's chicken soup. Casey, Illinois, about 2.5 hours straight south. Very cool, man. Good luck. You're going to be recording some of that for future video projects. Hello, Mrs. Flippett. How are you? Mrs. Flippett is back to cookie business. She's in back of me and back. That's why we have the green screen up today. Give her a little privacy. She's working hard on a cookie order for tomorrow. Even though things have slowed down in the cookie world intentionally, she throttled it on purpose. She has to work on an order that's due tomorrow. Yeah, a couple more weeks and then things get normal as far as all the usual stuff we do most of the year, short of these last few months when the concert schedule is very, very aggressive. And hopefully I'll have lots more shows. And we're working on, I think I mentioned this too, a theater tour across the country. We're getting that together. We have dibs on a cruise. We might be doing a cruise, and I think it's early winter, January or something is what the tentative date is. So I might be on board a cruise. That would be great. I'd love to do a couple of live remotes from the cruise ship, a paid for cruise. That's pretty cool. You hopefully results don't hang up. Well, that's the cost of being a celebrity, Mark. You're going to get ganged up on autographs. You got to get used to that, man. You got to get used to it. But open forum, folks. Talk to me. What are you interested in? What do you want to see? What do you want to do? What do you want to talk about? I'll hang out for a little bit. I don't expect a super long show tonight. I am very tired. Not to keep whining about it, but I am. I just got back from my show last night, and then we have another really big one tomorrow. So I want to rest up tonight, especially my voice. Are you going to a reseller, rally in Cincinnati end of December? Very cool, man. So you got a good schedule coming up. I look forward to seeing videos for this stuff. Reseller rally. It's an official formal thing. It's the reseller rally, eh? Not familiar with that. Etsy. What do I want to say about Etsy? Yeah, I listed, I think I'm up to, let me see how many listings I have on Etsy now. I think I crossed the threshold of 80? 86 on Etsy. I went nuts and cross-posted again with Vendu, some items, some more records that I have. So I don't have records in triplicate. I have it on eBay, Mercari and Etsy. What else? Some of those posters that I've talked about in the past. Have some Halloween stuff, Disney Halloween stuff, which obviously now is, we're still 2.5 months from Halloween, but people certainly start ramping up for Halloween merchandise all year round pretty much. But like I have like a costume, a witch's hat. I have some Halloween popcorn buckets that they sell in the parks and Magic Kingdom pretty much exclusively, and Epcot. Have that kind of stuff. So that I have in 3 different, on 3 different platforms. So I'm hoping to see some results from that. Some positive results. How early do you need to book hotels for the York show? Oh, you know what? That's a great question, Keith. I don't know. I'm only like an hour and a half away, so I'm not getting a room, but that's definitely something I would imagine. If you're 3 months out, it might not be a bad idea to just at least make a phone call or do a little Googling and see what's going on. Hour and a half ride. It's not, there's no reason for me to do that. I don't mind going back. I'd love to do both days this time though, because last year, for those who remember, almost a year, 9 months ago, I got pretty sick right after the first one. So I wound up not going to the second day, but I'd like to do that because I know a lot of people clean up. There's plenty on day 2 that you can go in and make some great deals. So I'm looking forward to that. I really can't wait. Mrs. Flippett should be joining me this year, unless there's some unforeseen circumstance. She wanted to come last year, but we're definitely going to be down there together. So come and say hi if anybody's out there. Of course, John Popeye will be there. Great to meet him. I went to the first rally. It was a great time. Yeah, what is this? Tell me more about this rally. Rally is being out on by Craigslist, Hunter, Cincinnati, Pickup, and Common. Going on a riverboat ride? Really? That's pretty cool. Wow, that sounds interesting. Yeah, you got to get video of that stuff. I don't have any events coming up, like other than the York thing. Again, after the big postcard haul, I'm not really in the market necessarily, but I got to go to the show. If for nothing else, it's just a great time hanging out. And I like to learn and talk with people. So I'll do that for sure. I'm sure I want to picking up some stuff too. But outside of that, we don't have any like big, excursions that we're going on to pick up stuff. You donated 3 postcards worth about $100 for the Whatnot show. Oh, very nice. Yeah, what's everybody thinking of Whatnot? Everybody still enjoying Whatnot? You still having a lot of success? Of course, John's having success. But I mean, as far as from a buying perspective, you guys still seeing some good deals out there and Whatnot? Haven't been on in a long time on Whatnot. I'm thinking about going back with completely different products that we have in excess. Mrs. Flippett kind of wants to do a Whatnot auction on. So more to come on that. I'll make an announcement or something if anybody's interested in checking out that. But once I get the green light from Mrs. Flippett about exactly what she wants. And speaking of the devil, question, does anyone sell stickers for water bottles and journaling? Well, there you go. What do you think, folks? All proceeds from the Whatnot auction being donated to St. Jude. Very cool. A noble cause, if ever there was one more. Good stuff. Private message. Hold on, folks. Anyway, if anybody has an answer from Mrs. Flippett here about selling stickers for water bottles and journaling. Biff deleted Whatnot. Tired of the notifications. Couldn't figure out how to stop them. Really? Is that right? I'm sorry to hear that. Were you a big player? Were you selling on there, Biff? Or were you just a buyer or a little bit of both? You have a coloring book with stickers, giraffes, lions, and stuff. That's cool. Oh, my. Lions and tigers and bears? Oh, my. Yeah, I don't know much about the sticker thing. I do know there's obviously, especially on Etsy, there's a lot of people that sell and buy crafting kind of stuff over on Etsy. So that might be a nice place to sell on Mrs. Flippett. We happen to have an Etsy. You wouldn't either. You never tried to sell, never found a good enough deal to buy. Okay, gotcha. No problem. I like it. I mean, again, conceptually, I really like the platform a lot. I have nothing against it whatsoever. There was a couple of who's immune to this website wise, but there were a couple of glitches and stuff that I got bit by when doing shows, but very few when you think about it for how many I did. I like it. The people are friendly. The people are helpful. The support team is helpful. I just found that, the stuff that I was doing, I mixed it up. I was doing records, which I did okay with. And then I started doing the print ads, which Kelly, I don't know if you're listening, but Kelly's usually on. Kelly bought a whole bunch of ads for me early on last summer, I guess, because I think it was last Memorial Day. So this time of year, Kelly was cleaning up on ads, which was great. I was selling them, but it was one of those things where like the value, I guess there just wasn't enough competition. There wasn't enough people aware of the print ad thing. I think I've mentioned this in the past. I was pretty much the only one doing it. So for the people that knew, like the Kellys, Steve, Memphis Blazer was purchasing a lot of them. They made out great, and I think it's wonderful. That's why I was on there. But there wasn't enough people to come in. There wasn't enough interest to, get a nice little bidding war going and selling you stuff for some decent money. So I was like, I'm not going to keep giving all this stuff away. I'll just do a giveaway if I want to give people stuff. I'll give you a magazine, as a thank you or something. But why don't I try to make, it's a decent amount of work for the money that you receive. And I don't really aspire to just do the same thing over and over. So again, we're going to do something different on Whatnot shortly, when Mr. Slippet flips the switch, which will hopefully be quickly. But as far as the print ad thing, we'll see. I think a few other people are doing print ads now, which I think is great. I like seeing, stuff like that spread popularity wise. It helps everybody that dabbles in it. You stop Whatnot because you don't like being on a schedule. That's interesting. Yeah, I know Dave, of course, Papergoy from $1 Million Peddlers is very, very persistent on there. He's always on, and he does a nice job. He was doing print ads, or he was doing magazines, and he was doing print ads. And he's a stickler for it, which I think is fantastic. He just keeps going and going. And that's a good way that's a very good approach, just keep doing something over and over. And, conceptually, you'll get better at it. Conceptually, you'll have a larger crowd coming in, and you'll attract others, all that stuff. So we'll see. Maybe we'll get back into the Whatnot thing. I kind of miss it. I really enjoyed doing the auctions. I had a lot of fun doing them. We'll see what happens. But other than that, like I said, kind of slow times on eBay right now for me anyway, personally. A lot of time has been devoted to other things, which we will reel back into reselling in early September. We'll get back into it hardcore again. I haven't been able to devote as much time as I usually do, even though I still have plenty of time, but I haven't devoted the time I need to. Unfortunately, physically, it takes a toll. The touring thing, it might not look like a lot if anybody saw the concert, but it really is. Everything you see on the stage, we have to bring up physically and, put into the car and load and unload and all that stuff. It's just tiring and long drives all over the place. It took a 10-hour drive to New Hampshire, which was just ridiculous a couple weeks ago. So I'm just like kind of licking my wounds physically, basically, and trying to keep my voice, in decent shape. A TikTok live. Oh, I know nothing about TikTok. As we know, honey, I know nothing about TikTok. I think they're all the same, pretty much. I'm old. No, I'm very young. I just feel old. I'm falling apart physically. I'm not falling apart. I shouldn't say that. But it's tiring. It really, in all seriousness, it just takes a toll physically, And a lot of the outdoor shows, just 90 degrees out there, and you're baking in the sun for hours and hours and hours before the show. Hey, Barbara, how you doing? Welcome to the show, Barbara. Good to have you. Hope you're doing well. I haven't heard from you in a while either. And I'm sorry, again, it's because I haven't been consistent. For those of you who have watched the show for a while, it's been a year and a half already since I started doing these things. I was pretty consistent, with the Monday and Friday thing. Once I got to that schedule that worked for everybody else and for me. And these recent months, I haven't been been as tight on the schedule. So again, I apologize for that. And I hope to get back onto it. And I will get back onto it. It's beginning September 8th, Friday, September 8th. From that day on, we should be back on Mondays and Fridays. And I want to also get some more videos up during the week. Because it's so nice. I get comments from people even on videos that have been out for a year or more, and they're still like thanking me or they still have questions. I love that. There's nothing better than, to me, I really, really do enjoy that. The interaction between people that are watching and, their thoughts, their ideas on something that I might have presented or questioned. Like I had a lot of people ask me about the Discogs video I did, which is basically for record buyers and sellers. I'd be happy to do something a little more detailed on that, but whatever you guys want. to me, YouTube is all about, the people that watch it. I know that's how I am when I watch videos of other people. Like, you shouldn't really be doing videos for yourself on YouTube necessarily. Of course, you want to satisfy yourself and you want to put up something that you're passionate about, but I think it's important to listen to your audience and see what they like and what they're interested in and what they're not. So that's kind of where I am right now with YouTube too. It's another thing I want to really focus a lot harder on, is getting some more, actual content up, along with the live shows, which I enjoy doing very much. I want to try to get some more guests back in. I had a lot of fun with guests early on in the show too. It was always fun to have other people at the resellers. Wife's cutting the grass. That's funny. Pull. Making it work. But yeah, that's really oh, Tina's here. Hold on. Tina's here. The concert was great. Thanks for sharing. My pleasure, Tina. Thanks for watching it. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks for coming in. It's going to be a brief show tonight because I'm just throat hurts. And we'll get back in the swing of things. I should be on. Let me just go right back to the calendar one more time. So I don't mean to jump the gun too much. We're not going to wait till September 8th. Like, for instance, today's the 18th. I have a show tomorrow. I have a show Tuesday and Wednesday next week. So theoretically, Monday, we could do a show. Maybe we'll do another listing show. I always love doing that. I need to get some listings up. So maybe we'll call for a listing show on Monday. And then next Friday, I have a show. And then next Sunday, I have a show. So actually, strike the whole September 8th. Starting September 8th, there should be no blocks on Mondays and Fridays whatsoever through year ends. That's a nice chunk of time. But in the short term, today's 18th. Monday, I'll be on. We'll do a listing show. Friday, I won't because I have a show. Monday, the 28th, I should be on. And then that's Friday begins Labor Day weekend. I probably won't do anything Labor Day weekend. Not that we have any, grandiose plans or anything, but I know a lot of people do obviously hang out and enjoy the time off, 3-day weekend for people that have the 9-to-5 stuff. So yeah, we'll get a couple more in this month for sure. And then hardcore beginning on Friday, the 8th of September on. That's my promise to you. But other than that, there's really nothing else going on that's worth noting. Just lots of water being drank. Still losing weight, which I love. Still doing the hardcore no carb thing. Which I'll be honest with you, really, I'm glad I started it because, again, with all the physical stuff I'm doing right now, I've noticed a difference in just silly things like just not getting as tired lifting a 100-pound amp, like little things. It really does make a difference. It's been, I don't know. I started on June 28th, was it? A month. June 28th, something like that, at the end of June. So a month and a half about, and I'm almost 15 pounds down, which is cool. I wanted to lose about 25 altogether. So I'm already, whatever the math is there, 2/3 there, something like that. And we'll keep that going. The good times will keep on rolling in. And I wish all of you all the luck in the world. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your summer. Hope your sales start picking up. Unless you're already kicking butt now. Maybe you are kicking butt. I'm not kicking butt. But I will again. And good times are around the corner. We're only, a little over a month away from fall. So 2/3 of summer is done too. It's hard to believe how fast it goes. Hopefully you guys have a plan of action in place. My plan, just to reiterate, list tons of postcards, especially right after Labor Day. But even before that, on the days that I'm licking my wounds physically, I could always list postcards. It's not a very difficult thing. I have thousands of them scanned. Thank God I took the time to do that months ago. In the spring, actually, I scanned almost everything. Not everything, but a good portion of them. So they're ready to roll. That's that's an incredibly time-consuming process. As fast as these duplex scanners are, when you're doing thousands of them, it just takes time. So I have them all ready to roll, and I will get them up. They pay, you ship. Yeah, that's how it works. All right, everybody. Well, thank you very much. I just wanted to come in and say hi to all of you. Have a great weekend. I'll see you back here on Monday night. We'll do a listing show. And next Friday, I will not see you. So Monday. That looks like the schedule coming up for the next couple of weeks. Hope you have a great night and a great weekend. Thanks for coming in. Bye-bye.